Welcome to Cyberguard. Cyberguard is a robust governance, risk, and compliance GRC platform designed to streamline the management of cybersecurity compliance frameworks, including ISO 27001, FedRAMP, SOC 2, CMMC, NIST SP800-53, GDPR, CCPA, and more. The platform offers extensive support for a wide range of compliance frameworks, features multilingual capabilities, and allows users to easily import custom frameworks via YAML or Excel files. Whether you prefer a SaaS model or a Docker deployment, Cyberguard provides the flexibility and comprehensive tools needed to ensure your organization meets and maintains its cybersecurity compliance requirements. Single sign-on support. Cyberguard supports local users and groups, as well as integration with SAML providers. The tool supports Microsoft Intra ID and Okta, single sign-on. The Analytics tab shows the main page to drive your projects through time. You can focus on risk or compliance assessment with their respective tab, or have a global view from the Governance one. You can find on the bottom of the Governance tab an applied controls ranking score and a watch list to warn you about incoming deadlines on applied controls or risk acceptances. Overall compliance. The overall compliance shows all the assessment projects and the percentage it is completed, with an option to export the audit file. Composer. This is a specific tab where you can cross-reference analytics from different risk assessments. Calendar. The tool has an integrated calendar to track the estimated time of upcoming expired applied controls or risk acceptances. Policies. You can upload all of your corporate policies, which could be used throughout your assessments and audits. This is a centralized place where all policies will reside. Policies could be attached at the global or domain level and can be referenced throughout your assessments and audits. Risk matrices. To perform risk evaluation, Cyberguard uses a risk matrix that calculates the risk level as a function of the probability and the impact of a scenario. Risk matrices must be imported from a library. Use either one provided by default, or define your own matrix with a custom library, as documented in our Cyberguard repository. Audits. The fundamental object of Cyberguard is the framework. It corresponds to a given standard, e.g. ISO 27001, 2022, FedRAMP, or SOC 2. They can be imported from the library. If you don't find a framework which fits your needs, no worries. You can build your own framework and add it to Cyberguard. Once you click on the Audits framework, it provides detailed information of the framework, numbers of controls, how many have been accessed, compliant, non-compliant, and the overall progress. Evidence. Evidence allows you to use a description, link, or file to justify the status of a compliance requirement or to prove that a control has been applied. They can therefore be associated with different applied controls or requirement assessments. Frameworks. Cyberguard supports large number of frameworks which are used in the United States and around the world. Each framework lists number of controls available, where you would perform assessments. Mappings. Cyberguard maps the common controls against two or more frameworks and shows you mappings between different frameworks. Domains. Cyberguard supports domain creation to logically isolate various departments and companies within the single instance of the tool. Projects. Projects are fundamental context objects defined by the entity using Cyberguard. They are grouped into domains. They will contain all your risk and compliance assessments, apart from being able to group your various evaluations across the different domains. Users. User groups go hand in hand with domains. They associate permissions with users and define their scope by being attached to a domain. They follow a simple and consistent RBAC model from a role containing permissions and a domain determining the perimeter. When the user is added, and if the mailer is set, She will receive an email to set up the password. If not, you can set a temporary password, user groups. By default, 3 user groups are already present: Global, Administrator Global, Approver Global, Auditor. X-rays. X-rays is a very useful page to detect inconsistencies across your assessments for each project. There are 3 types of reports: Info, advice or reminder for status and relevant empty fields. Warning, potential errors to be determined by the user error. Errors that must be corrected. Scoring Assistant. Based on OWASP risk rating methodology, Scoring Assistant is here to help you determine the risk level for your scenario. Choose between technical or business impact and select the appropriate answers to the questions. Libraries. When new upgrades are available for a library, you can choose to pull the upgrade on your existing audits. This is pretty useful for applying non-destructive updates such as typo fixes, adding implementation groups, and so on. Backup and restore. Cyberguard provides robust backup and restore functionality in case if anything is corrupted or going back to the previous state. Exporting the entire database in JSON file format is available to roll back or fix any issues. Import backup is available, so the entire users, audits, and organization-wide information could be restored in the case of any corruption or catastrophic event. Settings. The Settings tab is available to configure single sign-on for the users. Cyberguard supports single sign-on with different SAML providers.